Hey, Brian Stecker here again, certified personal trainer and baby boomer fitness expert. And today I'm going to talk to you about exercise and weight loss tips for men over the age of 50 when it comes to mindset. And I have my good friend here and client, Kevin.
Hello.
He's going to be also echoing these mindset tips.
Yeah, I got some echo tips.
Some echo tips. Echo, Charlie, Lima. Okay, that's my military coming out. But anyway. Let's talk about this weight loss and exercise tips for over the age of 50. You know, 50 really is the new 30. We were talking about that off camera for a little bit.
I think so.
Because really, what is 50? It's age, right?
It's age. It's a chronological number.
It's a chronological number. And with age, I think people have expectations, right?
Absolutely.
You know, so they're 50, they have an expectation. That's what we're talking about. Mindset is usually when you get to 50, you have an expectation. Some people say, it's the next half of my life, make my best half.
Right.
Or they're saying, hey, I'm going to slow down, and it's just not going to go very well. So age really is just a number.
It's just a number.
I mean, You're 50 now. How you feeling?
I feel great. I embrace being over 50. I think it's a time where, you kind of know yourself, and you kind of assess yourself and you look at where you've been. And you have enough history to know what you need to do in the second half.
All right.
Or the rest of your life. Maybe it's not a whole half, but it's the rest of your life. You can kind of take measure and move forward.
And the next point, which is aging really is just a number. Aging is a sign of losing strength. Aging is a sign of losing your cardiovascular ability. Aging is losing muscle. Aging is slowing down. So if we're really doing things to fight the loss of muscle,
counter that, yeah,
keep our strength, keep our endurance, and keep moving forward, then really, are we aging?
We're going. Yeah, that's a good question, because I don't think we are aging if we're counteracting all that the stuff that's naturally happening. Because
you could have a 50-year-old that's stronger, has better cardiovascular endurance, and better strength,
right,
more muscle,
right,
than a 25-year-old. But that 25-year-old could actually be older chronologically, not chronologically, but physically than that 50-year-old.
Absolutely.
So when we look at this, it's like, what are your expectations at 50? And you kind of hit on that. And what are you doing to maintain your strength, to fight it, to keep moving forward?
Right.
That's the real question we really need to ask ourselves. So that's the mindset we need to have. So my goal that I would have for you over the age of 50 is a mindset tip is challenge those limiting beliefs. Challenge those beliefs. Challenge, like you said, 50, it's the second half of your life. You know yourself enough now. You know who you are. You know what you are. You know what you're not. Mm-hmm. And you can start applying yourself to things you love even more. The other one I found very interesting is I was at the Functional Aging Institute, and actually came out here to Boomer Fitness, and they certified most of the trainers in functional aging. And I went to their seminar, and they showed a picture of a 70-year-old woman bodybuilder and another 70-year-old that was frail and beat up. And everything we're doing now in our 50s is setting us up for our 70s.
Absolutely.
And you talked about something that was really interesting. What do you think about on a daily basis when you're in your car driving when it comes to mindset and being 50 and fitness?
Well, one of the things, it's a constant for me, is that I try to view fitness and getting older with a 401k type thing. So I contribute exercise, mind power, and such, and I deposit that into my own world, so that when I'm 70, I can use that. Mm-hmm. So all the fitness and all the good attitudes and all the things that I'm doing right now is contributing to being 80 and 90. And healthcare is big right now, and I think the costs are going to be exponential in the next 10, 20 years.
Absolutely. You look at it. You look at the news, right?
Absolutely.
And they're talking about how the boomers are going to bust the bubble.
Absolutely.
When it comes to healthcare, because everyone's going in now and they're getting their healthcare taken care of, but they're not doing anything that could prevent against it.
Absolutely.
I think
and that's the best prevention is to contribute some exercise and a good mindset to preclude you from having to need healthcare.
Right.
I mean, that's the best thing. Every day, that's what I think about. I think about not needing healthcare when I'm 80 and 90. You know.
I met a couple.
I probably won't have the money for it anyway.
Yeah, I hear you on that one. And it won't be there for me when I need it. So you look at when I was out and about, and you can find the picture on my Facebook page. I was out and about, and I met this couple. They were great. They were in their 70s. They weren't on one pill, and they weren't on any drugs.
Right.
And they were in perfect bill health, and they did not look like they were 70. And they contributed to eating natural foods and exercising most of their life. So right there, it's like you're depositing, you're putting that in your healthcare system. So you just hit on something. It's like most people are letting their external environment, the calendar, they're letting the bad person or the bad thing control them. The external environment control them. You're taking that back and you're sensing, okay, I'm grateful and I'm happy to be in this part of my life.
Absolutely.
So you're projecting out happiness, you're projecting out success, you're projecting out health, you're projecting out the activities you want to do in your 70s. So maybe in your 70s you will slow down. We're all going to die. I think there's a 100% guarantee we're all going to die.
Yeah, nobody gets out of here alive.
No one gets out of here alive. I guess that one guy in the Bible, he hopped on the thing, he went straight to heaven. I forget.
Was this like Methuselah or somebody?
I forget who he was.
I don't know.
Somebody can leave that in the comments below.
Yeah.
But
let us know.
But yeah, I think he was the only one that got out alive without having to die. But anyway, Esau. So basically, you're investing in that 401k. Like you talked about, it's your 401k of your health.
Right.
So you're investing in it now in your 50s, and that's what the exciting part is. You're putting that energy, you're putting that time into your health in your 50s. Then versus when you get to your 70s, what ends up happening is if you haven't, you can't build those reserves that you need.
Right.
If you were to get sick or you got ill or something were to happen to you, you have those reserves built up so you can fight through, say, disease. You can fight through those times. Or, better yet, you make it to 70, right? And you built those reserves and you've got a nice savings and you can go do the things that you love to do.
Right. That's exactly right. I mean, being able to, if there's no reason to be 80 if you can't do anything.
Right.
So you have to build now on that, And people do it easily with their money.
Yes.
They'll say, I'm putting away 20% of my earnings every month so that I can have money in retirement. But do you really say the same thing with your health?
Right.
Yeah. Just do it. Just do it every single day. Think about that.
Think about your health as an investment in your 70s as a 401k so that you can do the things that you love to do.
Absolutely.
And, we're all going to have a decline at some point, but this is going to ward off. Say, maybe you get to your 70s and you haven't worked out. The last 10 years of your life to 80, right, is a steady decline. And you can barely get around, you can barely move, you're in a home. Versus you took care of yourself, you're in your 70s now, and you're doing the things that you love to do. You're going to travel, you're hiking, you're playing with your great-grandchildren, you're going to see them graduate, you're seeing your great-grandchildren get married. So yeah, you're investing in those things, and so that's good. I think also you're going to want to start building up reserves of strength. That's a mindset tip that you want to go into the gym. You want to challenge yourself and try to rebuild that tissue through resistance training. And have a mindset, you're going to do this for the long haul, that if you're overweight and you have weight to lose, that you're going to want to lose 1 to 2 pounds per week. It's like the old saying, would you go to your garden? You're just not going to work out and say, I'm going to go work out and lose my weight and never work out again. It's like that whole saying, you go to your garden and you're not going to go pull the weeds one time and say, hey, got a great garden for life.
Well, I think every single day, if every day you say to yourself when you work out, there's no possible way that I'm going to fail physically because I can do this today.
You're better now after your workout than you were when you walked in.
Absolutely.
because you're
Absolutely.
building those
It's a good
reserves.
mindset,
Yeah.
right? I mean, why not?
What would you say about nutrition with the mindset when it comes to nutrition?
Everybody knows what's bad for their health, and just be mindful that if I'm taking this into my body, there's going to be a negative impact. I mean, you just have that mindset, and so if you
you've been around long enough.
Yeah.
So
you know.
so say when you're going down the street, I'm not supposed to eat the fast food.
Yeah.
So because you've experienced enough in your body, you know what it feels like. So that's kind of what you're kind of saying.
Yeah, absolutely. And I play mind games with myself all the time.
So what kind of mind games?
So the last one was I woke up the late part of December and said, you know what? I'm not eating bread. I'm just not going to eat white bread for a while.
All right.
Don't know how long, but I'm just not going to eat white bread. So I went 6 months without eating white bread. Simple stuff like that. Mm-hmm. I took a year not eating donuts just because I toured Krispy Kreme one year.
Yeah.
And I said, no, I'm just not going to eat donuts for a year.
All right.
Not going to deprive myself of donuts forever and ever, but a year. And I did that.
Maybe our next video we'll go tour Krispy Kreme.
Yeah, it might be an enlightening situation.
All right. But you got to wait.
I love Krispy Kreme, by the way.
So you didn't eat donuts? I actually did the same. So giving yourself challenges.
Challenges like that, yeah. Just alternating.
I've got a great one for you. Last year, I made a goal. I got really involved in my gym. And I know on a Friday night, I would go and stop off at Trader Joe's or Fred Meyer, and I would get a nice bottle of wine and have a couple glasses, and that would take the edge off. It would help me relax. But I noticed that it was affecting my energy for 2 to 3 days later.
Right.
Or I'd have a beer or two or maybe three. But over the course of a weekend. But I noticed that I was forming a habit of that while I was starting the gym up, and it was just for stress. And I'm not a big drinker. I'd have a couple. But what ended up happening is I realized that affected my energy in the way I could perform at being at my best. So I made the goal, and this is so cool that you brought this up, is when it comes to weight loss and for nutrition, is I set a goal in 2016, I will not have one drink. And I went through that whole year, and I didn't have one drink of alcohol.
Right.
And I got to New Year's, and I went and I got a nice bottle of wine.
Made up for it, right?
Got a nice bottle of wine. Yeah, I made up for it, all right.
Bottle of wine, a funnel.
I got a really nice bottle of wine, no funnel. Turned a good movie on. I had a couple glasses of wine. You know what I realized? It was not as good as I remembered.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's why you have to do that. You have to throw those kinds of things in there because you'll realize you can live without it.
That's what I realized. I realized that my mind the truth of it was so clear.
Yeah.
And then when I drank it, my mind felt off, lethargic. I didn't, the real reason why I started it and I was testing it is I learned that was there. And also in that year, I went from like 185 to 175 without even really trying. Mm-hmm. So just watching those calories I drink, and then I went on the scale that next Monday. I finished that, or whatever New Year's was, but I finished that bottle off. It was over a weekend time. I finished that bottle over the weekend. I hopped back on the scale. And I'm sitting there at 180. So it made me retain water and also the calories from it. So I noticed a big difference from, like you said, you got to give yourself some challenges and do this for the long haul. So you have that long-term process. So another one is listening to your body when it comes to exercise.
Critical.
Mm-hmm. And it's like example. I'll give you an example. I said, okay, I want to challenge myself, and you guys want to challenge yourself too. I wanted to I want to run my best 5K ever, and I looked up all my 5Ks, and I ran my best 5K was a 23:42, and then I've been running. So that was my goal. I'm gonna beat that. So I typed in how to run a faster 5K. So all of a sudden, all these challenges came of running a 20-minute 5K. So I was like, I'm gonna run a 20-minute 5K. I put a plan together. I was like, so if I run a 5K, that means I need to run each kilometer in 4 minutes, right? Because 4 times 5 is 20-minute 5K. So I went out to the track, and this is all about listening to your body and proper warm-up. But kind of giving you guys a piece of this, the mindset you want to have is is in challenging yourself and knowing your body and warming up is I went out. I did a mile warm up, did a little stretch. I didn't do it to the capacity I know I could. So I went out and I ran that first sprint, and I ran it good. I was like 4:10. I was like, I'm a trainer. I got a big goal. Let's do it all at once. So I ran the next one. The next one was a little slower. I think it was like 4:23, right in that area. I've got it saved on my phone. But then the next one I went out on, it was challenging. Mm-hmm. I got through that first one, right time. Second time, good time. And like right before I finished, my calf just went, and it locked out, and I strained my calf.
Right.
So, boomers are the type of people, or people over 50 that I've seen have a very strong mindset. You've been told, like, hey, you can't do something. Mm-hmm. They're going to show you how to do it. So the thing is, you've got to properly listen to your body, properly warm up, and challenge yourself with goals, but progress yourself in those goals. And that's what the mindset you want to have going into this is like, have big goals, but give yourself time to grow into this. You don't want to go out there your first time out. I know you talked about a story with basketball. You could share your story when you were playing basketball.
Well, I just ruptured an Achilles tendon. Mm-hmm. And it really was a life changer for me, because I realized that, that was a reaction my body had to me not warming up. So my body was telling me, mm-hmm. you need to warm up. So long story short, basically I will not do that again.
Right.
I mean, and so I know with my body. But along the same lines of listening to your body, I think once you listen to your body, you know your body. And I think that's key in our older age, is knowing your body.
Yep.
So that when something happens, you know why that happened to your body.
Yes.
Because you've listened enough times to your body to be able to know my body's responding to this. And I get that all the time. Like you said, your calf when you ran.
Oh yeah.
You
right
know,
calf,
you know
bam,
that.
right away.
Yeah. And you know now, you know that about your body. Your body will get tested to this degree, and it will fail. Your calf will fail.
Especially after being off of a running schedule for a long period of time.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think spot on. Listen to your body, man. I mean, it's a big thing, and everything. People say no pain, no gain, and I mean that's a nice platitude or whatever you want to call it, but pain is the body talking to you.
Yeah.
I mean, it is saying something to you, and I don't know if that's necessarily a good thing or a bad thing.
If you're feeling pain, okay. There's two types of pain. Mm-hmm. There's pain where you feel like it's not right.
It's not right.
Grinding in the shoulder, a jolt. That's not the pain.
Right.
Muscle burn, muscle fatigue.
That's the good pain.
That's a good pain.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you notice any pain, that's it.
Right.
So the mindset tips we have is, challenge your beliefs. Aging is slowing down, losing muscle, decrease. But you can stop all those things by taking action and moving yourself in that direction. This is the best time of your life ever to train, because you can build those reserves still into the future here. Listen to your body, warm up, invest in your body like it's a 401k. Anything else you want to throw in there?
No, I think that covers. I mean, the mindset. I mean, just think about every single day. Think about your future, how you want to be in your future, physically, mentally, emotionally. I mean, that's, if you think about that every single day, you'll grab something to eat that's going to be healthier. You'll work out. You'll think about good things, positive things, every single day. Make the effort to talk about it.
That's powerful, and I hit on those in some other videos. Is your identity. The identity of who you see you are controls every decision that you make. So you hit on right there. If you're visualizing what you want to be in the future, this is who you are. You're going to take those proper actions.
Right.
It's like, who do you see yourself as 70? And if you will, please, kind of share your story. You have a brother, and you guys got tattoos, and your goals were to do this, to show the difference of mindset.
Yeah. So we grew up as twins. We were born in the same year. He was born in February, and I was born in December of the same year. And one of our big things, we grew up in New York City, and just a hard life kind of thing. So one of our big things was when we turned 50, that was going to be huge. Being 50 was going to be like massive, and we were going to celebrate that like no other, because we're 50. That means you're old. And so
you had some references in the past that you might not make it to 50, right?
Yeah, we never thought we'd make it to 50. I mean, living the urban life kind of thing back in the day, and as a boomer, you're young, and in that era, it was not very, very promising for a black man. So let's put it that way.
Yeah.
So 50 was like a huge milestone for us, and everything else after 50 was gravy.
Yeah.
That was the mindset. Everything after 50 was gravy, so no big deal. So my brother, twin brother, I call him. He lived a different lifestyle than myself. He was obese, had congestive heart failure, all those different things. He turned 50, and he died at 50.
Wow.
And so when I turned 50, my mindset was totally, I have to go on. I have to live to be 60, 70, 80. And my father, he died at 58.
Wow.
So, it's kind of a thing where every single day I address being older.
Yeah.
And wanting to be even older, wanting to be 60, 70, 80.
It's a key point that you hit there is like, people will say, well, my genetics say I'm only going to live till this age because I had my aunt, uncle, whatever pass away.
Right.
But you're taking a different approach. You're like, hey, I don't know how long I'll live, but it's how I live each day.
Absolutely. And my brother and my father are a reason why I actively discuss my health every single day, because in my mind before that, whatever happened to them is probably going to happen to me.
Right.
That's just a given. You think that about your brothers, sisters, your family. Well, they died of cancer, I'm going to die of cancer. You think that, but every single day, I spend time with myself thinking about why I'm not going to die when I'm 50, 60, 70, 80, maybe 90 though. So I might want to go out.
So you do all the stuff you can control.
I do. I do everything. I'm more cognizant. Of course, there's times when, I fall off, and I want to have a good time. Yeah. I want to like maybe gain 5-10 pounds or something like that and just go get crazy. But then what I find, Brian, when I let go, I don't feel right. Mm-hmm. My mind's not right, and nothing's right. So I have to go back to.
It's who you are.
Yeah, that's totally it. It's who I am.
It starts with your identity.
Yeah. You
choose each day. Are you going to be the old, tired, wore-out person,
right?
Or are you going to be like Kevin here, who had every reason not to be at 50, but still thrives? Setting great example.
Every single day, talk about it. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And you got big things ahead of you too now. Like you said, you got goal. You have to have consistent goals. Like you've got a vacation coming up, and you're gonna be. That's why I like Kevin so much. Is he's going to Lambeau Field. See
the Packers, who is my team only by proxy because my wife's from Green Bay, so I have to be a Packer fan.
Yes. If you grow up in Wisconsin, you're a Packer fan, and he married into the Packer Kingdom.
Yeah.
So he's got a vacation coming up.
But one of the things is I love being able to go on vacation and enjoy it physically.
Yep.
Emotionally or whatever. I know I'm not going to have any health issues because every single day I talk about, am I going to be healthy at the Packer game now? That's my thing now.
It's never a thought that has ever crossed my mind. Will I be able to do X, Y, Z?
Yeah.
Because I've always been able to do X, Y, Z. But I have met people in my time that where they're haven't took care of their health their whole life.
Right.
And they're like, I need to work out so I can take a trip to Australia.
Right.
Because and that's been my lifelong goal, and I need to get in shape so I can go to Australia. And I'm like, just go.
Right.
Well, I can't do it.
Yeah.
So.
Or the reunion.
Yeah. Oh, the reunion. Anyway.
Yeah. Gotta get healthy for that,
right?
You
ready for the reunion.
Just do that every day.
Samantha can't look better than Becky.
Yeah. You got. Yeah. If you do that, if you do apply that every single day for everything, you'll be good to go.
Absolutely. Any last parting words when it comes to mindset, weight loss, exercise over the age of 50? Because you live it.
Well, when you do an exercise, take comfort in knowing that if you can get through a set, if you can get through all that exercise and stay upright, you're probably not going to die that day.
Absolutely. That's a good one.
So tomorrow, do the same thing.
Do it again.
Do it again.
And day after that?
Do it again.
And?
Do it again.
All right. You guys, I'd love to hear your comments, questions below, mindset, what you feel maybe is holding you back, and we'll be more than happy in the future to create more videos like this. Thanks, Kevin.
Peace.
Now we're going to go hit the workout floor. I would love to hear what you liked best about this video. So down below, you'll see a comment section. Just leave your comments, and I want to thank you so much for the comments you've been leaving me over the months, and I've been getting back to filling those out. Also down below in the description box, you'll see a link, and in that description box with that link, you want to click it, and it's going to take you to another page where you're going to get 4 free workouts. To get those 4 free workouts, you just have to enter your email address. So go down below, click the link, and we're going to get you those workouts right away by entering your email address. Also, down below, make sure you click the subscribe button so you get updated when we release all this great content. So thank you again for tuning in. Thank you so much for your comments. Go get your free workouts, and you guys make it a great day.